We often hear about change, but how many times have you truly sought reinvention, to completely tear down the old foundations of who you are and rebuild yourself into something stronger, sharper, more resilient? That is the art of Stoicism. It's not about bandaging the wounds of your old self, but crafting a new self, untouched by destructive emotions and driven by a deeper purpose. Here are 10 Stoic strategies that will ignite a fire in you. So please make sure to watch the entire video to fully understand each strategy. Now let's begin. Number 1. Start enjoying your life. Living in the present isn't simply a momentary choice, it's a constant battle. Distractions will pull you toward what's already happened or toward a future that hasn't arrived yet. But if you surrender to those forces, you allow your mind to be held hostage by things beyond your control. Reinvention begins with a radical focus on now. When you learn to silence the internal noise of what if and if only, you begin to experience life's power as it unfolds in this very moment. Picture it like this. You stand in the eye of a storm. Everything around you may be chaos, yet the Stoic learns to remain centered, drawing strength from the stillness within. The moment you ground yourself in the present is the moment you reclaim your power. This is where all action is born and where your transformation begins. Number 2, define your principles with absolute clarity. The importance of principles in Stoicism cannot be overstated. They are the compass by which you navigate life. Without them, you drift, susceptible to every temptation, whim, or emotional outburst that crosses your path. The Stoic reinvention isn't just about changing your habits or mindset. It's about setting unwavering standards that guide your every action. Imagine your principles as the scaffolding of a building. Every decision you make, every action you take must be in alignment with these core values. The clearer your principles, the easier it becomes to make choices that reflect the person you're striving to become. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, repeatedly emphasizes the need to live in harmony with nature, reason, and virtue. You must do the same. Ask yourself daily, are my actions aligned with my core values? If not, adjust course immediately. Number 3, practice voluntary discomfort. This strategy is where most people falter. It's easy to embrace Stoicism when life is smooth, but when challenges arise, that's when the true test begins. Voluntary discomfort is more than just training your body, it's training your mind. By intentionally embracing hardship, you develop the mental fortitude to face anything life throws at you. Seneca's practice of living with minimalism wasn't about deprivation, it was about cultivating resilience. When you willingly expose yourself to discomfort, you rob fear of its power over you. When you endure cold, hunger, or solitude by choice, you're preparing yourself to confront far greater hardships without hesitation. The next time life challenges you, you won't crumble, you'll stand firm, because you've already practiced thriving in discomfort. Reinvention is about resilience, and resilience is born in hardship. Number 4, understand that control lies within. The ability to distinguish between what's in your control and what isn't is the Stoic's greatest tool. Reinvention begins with the realization that most of life's external events are not in your hands. What you can control, however, is your internal state, your thoughts, reactions, and mindset. When you internalize this principle, you free yourself from the tyranny of external outcomes. Whether success or failure, praise or criticism, none of it holds the power to shape your sense of self, unless you allow it. The true Stoic is indifferent to external outcomes because their sense of self-worth is derived solely from how they govern their mind. This is the core of personal transformation, realizing that no external event can take away your inner strength. From this understanding, you can rebuild yourself into someone untouchable by the whims of fate. Number 5, engage in relentless self-reflection. Self-reflection is not a casual activity, it's a ruthless practice of honesty. Marcus Aurelius would review his actions each day, probing into his own mind to see where he fell short and how he could improve. This relentless introspection is key to transformation. Reinvention isn't a one-time event, it's a constant process of refinement. Every night, reflect on your day. Where did you act in alignment with your principles? Where did you stray? Did you allow destructive emotions to guide you, or did you maintain your self-control? Through this practice, you will begin to see patterns in your behavior that either propel you forward or hold you back. Self-reflection is your blueprint for growth. Without it, you remain blind to your weaknesses. With it, you gain the insight needed to continuously improve. Number 6. Accept your mortality. Your mortality changes everything. It reframes your priorities, your actions, your choices. When you remind yourself that death could come at any moment, you no longer waste time on trivial matters. You begin to live with urgency, shedding distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on the brevity of life, and this awareness drove him to act with purpose. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Death in Stoicism is not something to fear, it is a motivator. When you accept that your time is limited, you free yourself from the illusions of permanence, and only then can you truly reinvent yourself. You act with intentionality because every moment matters. Number 7. Master the art of letting go. Letting go isn't about indifference, it's about freedom. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Reinvention requires that you loosen your grip on things that no longer serve you. The tighter you cling to the past, to external possessions, to fleeting desires, the more shackled you become. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to that's preventing you from moving forward? Old beliefs, toxic relationships, or material attachments? These are chains, and reinvention means breaking them. The Stoic doesn't allow external things to dictate their inner peace. Letting go is an act of liberation. Once you release what's weighing you down, you open yourself up to the limitless potential of who you could become. Number 8. Practice the discipline of will. The discipline of will is the backbone of Stoic reinvention. It's the unyielding determination to pursue what's right, even when the path is difficult. It's not enough to simply want change. You must have the willpower to endure the challenges that come with it. The Stoic's will is like iron, tempered by hardship, unmoved by distractions. Seneca understood this when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Reinventing yourself means becoming the master of your own will. When your determination is stronger than any external force, you become unstoppable. Whatever goals you've set, whatever version of yourself you're striving toward, it's your willpower that will take you there. Number 9. Find your inner world. Self-control is not about repression, but about mastery. The Stoic doesn't seek to suppress emotions, they seek to understand and govern them. When destructive emotions arise, anger, fear, envy, the Stoic doesn't indulge them. They pause, reflect, and choose their response. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the importance of governing one's mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The reinvention of yourself begins here, with the mastery of your inner world. When you cultivate self-control, you become the architect of your own destiny. You're no longer at the mercy of fleeting emotions, but guided by reason and virtue. Number 10. Serve a higher purpose. Reinvention is not merely a selfish act. It's not about creating a version of yourself that serves only your desires. True Stoic transformation comes when you align your life with something greater than yourself. Whether it's the pursuit of wisdom, justice, or the betterment of society, you must find a higher purpose to serve. Marcus Aurelius lived with this principle at the core of his being, constantly reminding himself that he was a servant of Rome, of the greater good. When you dedicate yourself to something larger than your personal ambitions, you transcend the self. Your reinvention becomes not just about you, but about how you contribute to the world around you. In service, you find the ultimate expression of your Stoic transformation. These 10 Stoic strategies for reinventing yourself are not for the faint of heart. They require discipline, fortitude, and a relentless pursuit of virtue. But if you have the courage to walk this path, the rewards are profound. You will become someone who is unshaken by life's storms, someone who controls their own destiny, someone who lives with purpose and peace. Reinvention is not a destination. It's a journey, a stoic journey of self-mastery and continual growth. The question is, are you ready to begin?